the chances of Arsenal being in Europe next year. And I want to ask you that because Arsenal is a team that you really love to follow,
Hmm.
and they haven't been as successful recently. Even though we just talked about how they are in the top 10 of the Premier League,
Hmm.
you kind of seem a little bit more down. I also just want to bring this question up because there's been teams that have been always flirting with kind of being in Europe and
Hmm.
out of Europe, within there's just being able to play in league games.
Hmm. Well, yeah. I mean, we're currently ninth in the Premier League, and we're in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. So, I mean, mathematically, there is a chance that within the league we could get into a position to be in Europe, and that would most likely mean that we'd be playing Europa League again. But are Arsenal consistent enough to get to that position? I'm not sure. We just tied West Ham 3-3. Like, how many more games are we gonna lose? How many more games are we gonna tie? Like, we need to start winning games. Otherwise, we're not gonna mathematically it will be impossible to qualify for a European spot in the Premier League. Okay, we're still in the Europa League, and we're in the quarterfinals. The only way we can play European soccer through the Europa League is to win it, and that means that we would qualify the Champions League. And our next game is against Slavia Praha, who historically when we played them, we've been really good against them. But recently, I think Slavia Praha have actually been the better team. They've actually been in the Champions League recent years, were more recent years than Arsenal have, and they're here in the quarterfinals, and it could be a very tough game for Arsenal. I think I can't say that Arsenal have this game in the bag just because they're so inconsistent. I have no clue what's going to happen on the day. But if we can get a result against Slavia and win both games, it'll be very interesting to see who we get matched up with in the semifinal. And I think there could be a chance that we could win um, the Europa League and qualify for the Champions League. And that's really the only way I think we will be able to play European soccer next season. I hope it will happen. That would be amazing. It'd be great to win another trophy in Europe and also qualify for the Champions League. And a lot would change at Arsenal, but it just seems like a stretch. And honestly, just hope miracles happen, and it'll work out. Otherwise, I don't know if we might not be playing any European soccer at all if we just don't perform well enough in this last the last couple months of the season. So yeah.
Let's talk about which team in Europe is your best team and the best team you have in Europe, right? Mine would I'm a little bit less knowledgeable than you about this, but at least I think, look, if you're talking about, I view the Premier League as the best league in
Mm-hmm.
Europe, and Man City so far has been the best team. Historically, I would say absolutely not, but like, I mean, look, they've been really good, but I'm saying, past years you could say Liverpool was better, or Real Madrid, or these kind of teams, right? But I think that Man City's had an incredible year so far this year, and look, I think everyone kind of expects them to be in contention for that top spot. But I think that getting first place in Premier League, there's one difference between expectation versus reality, and that's just what I'd argue. But you watching more soccer than I do, tell me your best team in Europe. I think that's gonna be interesting for the fans to know.
I think right now at this moment there has to be Bayern Munich. They just won the Champions League. I think they won 6 trophies this season, which is like the record amount of trophies you can win. It's also the most amount of trophies you can win in a season is 6. So they've done that. It's incredible. They're just the best team in Europe. No one can beat them right now. Like in the Champions League, they're just, I don't know, they're just too good. Like I think I think City very close, like close rival, and I think we just have to watch Man City play Bayern to see who's the best team. Man City is definitely the best team in England. In Europe, I think they would have to, for me, they would have to beat Bayern for them to be considered the best team. But also, I think being called the best team is like, I think there's some things you need to have done to do that, like win trophies. Like Bayern have proved that by winning like crucial games, getting the silverware and doing that 6 times. Man City have the chance to win the quadruple, which is the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League. So that's Man City's chance of becoming the best team in Europe, is winning those four, and then they win the Super Cup and then the Club World Cup. They'll have equaled Bayern 6, and they can be considered the best team. But right now, it has to be Bayern because they've done it, and they're still here in the semifinals, and I think they could win another Champions League, if they stay in their hot run of form that they're doing. But yeah, for me right now, it's Bayern.
If you like that clip, subscribe to Shred Takes Podcasts for more content and videos uploaded on this channel.